Hey everybody, welcome back. We gotta, just chill. This is Ascension 18, it's not even Ascension 20. We're just relaxing. We're obtaining a random rare relic. An inability to be weakened is very good. I'm feeling fresh, I'm feeling rejuvenated in some ways. Not many, but some. And we're gonna make sure we're trying to do the math today. That's an important part of this whole process. I'm in spite of the salty endings to some of these Slay the Spire episodes lately, I'm still having a great time playing the game. Genuinely having a great time playing the game. Almost did that in the wrong order. That would have devastated me. We need 3 attacks, but we got 4 attacks. Would you look at that? That's a great omen. Just like that Amazon Prime show. Give me a block. I do like Empty Mind for the draw. But, why not, right? Empty Body, I feel like I've been neglecting, well, hold on, let me look at this for a second. So this is 12 damage, because we're going to do 4 and then Eruption, and then it'll be another 8 on top. So 12 damage, you're on 27, you're on 18. Then we would have 1 energy left, we'd use our Miracle, and you'll be killed. Okay, that's how you do the math on that one. I'm going to take another Empty Body. What I was going to say is I think I've been neglecting the kind of duty that you have when you play Slay the Spire to still have attacks and to still have blocks and not merely fixate, so single-mindedly. I think we're going to want to be in the Eruption stance. Why then would you play the Vigilance? It's a very good point. But we just need a couple attacks next turn. We can always use the potion to split the difference if we want to. I don't think we're going to have to, though. Yeah, I think we've been maybe focusing a little bit too much on mechanics that, quite honestly, are secondary. Not unimportant, but secondary in deck construction. And good cards and playing them well it can do a lot for you. Hold on, I see a shadow moving outside my front door. It's just a little windy. Just a little wind moving the trees. Nothing to concern yourself with. I feel, as long as this fight goes okay, I feel okay about where we're at here. Losing 4 is not that bad. This is gonna suck. Are we drawing? No, we're drawing enough blocks next turn. I'm not too worried about it. I wish we could play it, but I'm not too worried about it. I mean, we might as well take 0, even if we can't really play anything else. That's a bit of a yikes right there. Let's go Tranquility, Eruption, Strike, because we can't become weak. That saved us there. And toss me a follow-up, because we're just a little bit, like, we haven't gotten any extra attacks. I don't feel too bad about this, though. So we don't start yet. We're probably going to potion up when we enter Eruption. One good potion could basically win us the game here. Or win us the fight, at least. Well, we'll probably throw a Conclude in there. It's simply the best, better than all the rest, out of all the available options there. And we got 4 energy that we can spend. We want 1 to be Tranquility. I think we'll probably strike twice. Defend, Miracle, Tranquility. Ooh, we get another flurry of blows every time. Surely you're dead on this. Yeah, surely you're dead by exactly 1 HP. I think Wheel Kick, although our energy base is in a bit of a tricky spot, Wheel Kick is nice for that extra draw. Singing Bowl, I do tend to ignore a lot of cards. That's a thing I do. We're gonna get hit. That's a given. But we also managed to at least knock these guys out of their stance a little bit. I hate this. Wait, no, I don't hate this. Hold on. Might as well handle it like this. Empty Body already gives you the 7 block you need. We probably should have Miracle Struck there, but I figured you were taking a turn off anyway. All we gotta do is hit you for 10. That looks pretty likely. I think a weak potion will beat a strength potion for us. And again, let's keep those stance enablers coming. Although we gotta acknowledge that, although they are stance enablers, they're not necessarily doing what I need them to do. Which is damage, at some point at least. You know what? I think this is energy potion time. So we can get away with this. And that felt very nice to me. Just to knock one of those enemies out is a lifesaver. So we're already good. Let's make sure we're smacking you though. And I think this is okay. Our next turn is not going to be particularly strong, but again, the enemies should have a pretty hard time grinding us down here. We're just hoping we can draw maybe 2 strikes. 2 strikes on the next turn, like Austin Powers. Well, the inverted baseball result of the end of every Austin Powers movie. 2 balls. Nuts. Get your hot salty. Get your hot salty nuts. You know what I'm talking about. You've seen the movie. Come on. Come on. You've seen the movie. Just in case. We're gonna go Tranquility here. Just because if we draw 6 dazes, you know, we don't want to be left too much in the lurch. Calipers, I don't necessarily see it working here, but I'm not necessarily disappointed. Upgraded Blasphemy, I'm tempted for sure. I'm tempted. I mean, it's not upgraded yet, but in principle, I'm going to upgrade it, I should say. So the real question for me is whether we can get you with a Blasphemy here. Like if we did Flurry of Blows, then an Eruption, then a Flurry of Blows, then an Empty Body, then a Flurry of Blows. Would we get there? No. It's a nice thought, though. We can definitely do this. And then probably we want you to go next. I would love it if you died here, but that's okay. This is actually like one of the strongest starts that we've had here. Like, to not run into serious problems against these enemies is very rare for me. Usually I get kind of blown out here. Not being able to become weak is also great for us. This is very manageable. I think we're okay with this. It does suck to overkill you to that degree, but I assumed that a follow-up was fairly likely, and now we gotcha. This seems okay. I mean, Blasphemy Eruption, like, literally just kills you. Meditate enters calm, but there is a part of me now that's like... No, it's pretty good. But I find myself slightly worrying about not having enough cards that do things, and instead just having cards that change stance. But I'm not insanely disappointed with it. I certainly would say I'm feeling pretty good. Let's take a Master of Strategy. I think it lets us get our combo off a little faster. I think I feel very comfortable removing like a basic strike. I don't mind being a little bit block heavy here. Give me that Protect as well. Because with Calipers, I think we can get away with it a little bit better. And let's indeed upgrade Blasphemy. To be able to pop it at the right time is very nice. The right time is whenever we draw a Wheel Kick. Well, we're going to be holding it for a while, so prepare yourself. It's okay. Good? Good? Decent? We don't have any other Wrath enablers, right? So, I think I'm going to probably try to break you next turn. In spite of how this might look. I I could pop our divinity potion and hit you for 36. You know what? No, I think sadly. Oh, that's yeah, miscalculated. But we'll take 14 damage, which is not that bad, and then hope that we can maybe pop like an eruption here. Because a wheel kick is not that good in and of itself, unfortunately. Blasphemy wheel kick is not good enough either. The good news, I guess, is we can stall a little bit longer here. It sucks that we won't have the wheel kick ready for it, but pretty much you're going to be popping here if you're doing this. You're aware of that, right? Because you're going to flurry of blows, you know, empty body. Oh, you know what? No, hold on. We could start with an inner piece instead. Okay, well, we're going to pop you. We're going to go like this. We're going to go like this. We're going to empty body. We're going to go like this. This. It's more effective for us to hit you one more time. And it's like a devastatingly low amount of damage there. All because we were just, like, waiting on eruption to pop out. So we need to put up more than 12 block. This sucks pretty badly. This is like the only way I think we stay alive. At least only one of you is alive now. It's just one of those times where you're like, you kind of gotta be kidding me. All we need is an attack. It's like we're drawing attacks at the exact wrong time. Yeah, we're dead. Very, very cool. Very cool. Literally, and it's... Look, I accept my own role in this. Literally just not drawing Eruption, you know, in one of, like, the 3-turn windows when we could draw Eruption out of 4, led to us not being able to output enough damage to kill you properly there. We probably could have popped the Divinity Potion or something like that instead, but... It's surprising, let's put it that way. I don't want to further the conspiracy theory necessarily that the game knows what you would do worse to not draw and then gives you that. I'm just suggesting. I'm merely asking questions. Isn't it a little surprising how this seems to happen? Anyway, we did get a lesson learned early. That's a very good sign. Bowling Bash. If anything, you know, you already know where I'm going with this one. What's the lesson learned? Ha ha ha, pun intended, from the last run? You still need attacks. You're dead. You still, like, more than one would be good, too. I'm not sold on any of these, honestly. Like, Consecrate, I think, is okay. I don't know if I would say that it's incredible. Because we're fighting an elite before our campfire, I don't really want to lose HP in advance of that. We could possibly get away with it, but... This first floor is really like a farming opportunity for us to make sure that we can make lesson learned work. So I will use all the tools at my disposal to make sure we can get that to happen. Empty body's still a positive in my world. Vigilance, empty body, just a classic little combo there. We will not be able to kill you here with a lesson learned, so I was just gonna say we'd prefer not to see it, but that's fine. We can do 20. Well, hold on. We could actually do 41 damage, but we need 5 energy to do it. So that's unlikely. It's okay. We can take 6. I'm not mad. Disappointed, maybe. Maybe a little disappointed with, like, the heaviness of my cards here, but 19 damage. You know what? That's an easy way to make the anger fall by the wayside. Appreciate it. Is a scrawl the play here? Here's a thought. It's rare, so it's probably good. I feel like we do best with a weakness potion here. Probably on this turn. And then don't block. Well, no, I think I was right. Dead branch. That's a very interesting one. We need attacks. I think Carve Reality is the best attack. I mean, we're going to go elite heavy here. I don't really know how to think about Dead Branch right now, but I'm not upset. I'm very happy to have a Bowling Bash. Let's pop this power. I think that a Mental Fortress will hit the spot here. Because then we can Vigilance, get a little block, Miracle. Interesting. Very interesting indeed. Tantrum. A little Carve Reality, never hurt anybody. A little Smite, never hurt anybody. You've added a Vault into my deck, which is actually really nice. I feel like rather than exit stance right now, we should try to hit you. And I'm placing a bet that we're going to be able to lethal you, hopefully with Lesson Learned. We have a problem, as I'm sure you can see, which is that we don't have the energy required to play Lesson Learned, but it's actually okay. What do you give me? Inner Peace. That's a very good card for us to have here. I think we should, well, I mean, I think we can get out of this taking 6 damage, but probably getting a card upgrade, which appeals to me. Yeah. There's our 6 damage. Now we just stall for a Lesson Learned. Early would be best. I'm not trying to cause problems. I'm just saying early would be best on this one. There it is. Not bad. Like, this appears to be going pretty well. I like a Preserved Insect. Of course, there is something to be said about an establishment if we can get a lot of retain cards. I think I'm willing to give it a try. People might say, well, you've been trying this a lot lately and it hasn't worked. Be that as it may, I think you've also got to acknowledge the reality, which is that everything we've tried lately hasn't worked. And surely, not everything that we've tried lately is not capable of winning. I'm willing to miracle you into this establishment, because the establishment doesn't make you any stronger. We're probably going to draw an Eruption here, and we did. You should be killed. You will be killed. We're not going to stall on you for a Lesson Learned. Stance changes are nice, but I definitely feel like we've learned just having some damage in the deck is a prudent idea. So we can put up 12. That's a given. 12 block, that is. On the other hand, we could just put up 8, take 1 damage instead, and I'm sacrificing, I would say at least, I'm sacrificing a little HP to try to put ourselves in a position where, like, a Lesson Learned is very, very likely to get a kill, and indeed it's happening again. That's a big one, too. That's a good one. I think we could do with another Stance Remover. I'm going to ignore that. It's just too high variance for me. I'm going to ignore paying 20 HP to upgrade our cards. We shouldn't have to do that given our circumstances. 13 block just chilling. We're going to get better value out of the regen potion. Windmill Strike's not too bad here. I think, anyway. We're going to get better value out of the regen potion on the boss fight. There's just multiple ways to play this one. This seems fine. It felt a little bit suboptimal in the sense, like, I thought we could have done better, but I think we'll do it like this. Like this. We're going to try to get this Lesson Learned to pop. It should work. Even with the weakness. 7 damage. Look at this. We got quite the interesting deck going here. I think we can take a Talk to the Hand. With a Talk to the Hand, it's a little spicy. But I do feel like maybe we can sneak in another upgrade, especially knowing we got this regen potion backing us up. And all of a sudden, we're kind of off to the races, sort of. Like it. Like it. Like it. Okay. So how do we play this fight properly? 15 plus 12, 27. We just have to block here. That sucks. Don't get me wrong. It's stinky. We might as well, well, I guess, you know, why not? But I think it's okay. I think it's kind of like a necessary evil here. We'd like to exit our stance, because the next turn could be spicy without that. Fasting, huh? What an interesting idea. I'm willing to pop it, honestly. I'm a little scared, but I'm not that scared. I'm hoping that maybe let's see how this turn looks. We're keeping our cards for like what I think is the right time. You're doing 20 damage, which is not insignificant. I think we can afford a talk to the hand. A weave to just give us free block is very nice. And then I will smite you to get some more free block. We got a consecrate out of that, which is just disgusting. That's just like insanely lucky. I'd rather not get hit for 11. So why don't we go ahead and treat it like this. Now you're not in danger of hurting us on the next floor. Or on the next you're not in danger of hurting us right now, I should say. I think we'd rather just bowl you over. I thought about playing that Vigilance. This is... it's tighter than I'd like it to be. I'm not sure if fasting is helping or harming, but it do be existing. Do we really want to play like an empty mind here? That doesn't seem like your play. You break even on that at least. You know what? Scrawl a consecrate. Oh, but then on consecrate you just break even. Yeah, okay. It's real tight. What I'm worried about is that it might not be real tight forever. We're getting whittled at like the same proportional pace. Unfortunately. How about this? How about a Vigilance into a Crescendo? Into one of these? Honestly, if we're going to split you anyway, we might as well play a Mental Fortress on this. Okay, now we did some damage, but obviously things are still a little spicy. We really need to exit stance unless we're killing you. 36, but we'd have no energy remaining. 10 block. We'd live. Yeah. We'll live with 3 HP. That's good, right? I think it's worth it to stay in the Wrath stance, honestly. Look at that. Easy. It wasn't even close, honestly. Wasn't even scary. We definitely don't need a lesson learned. I'm very, like, not interested in Wish, but... You know, out of these rares, is it the best? Probably not. It's probably not as good as Blasphemy. I'm a believer in Blasphemy. I shouldn't let it get me down. I'm very interested in the idea of a Pandora's box, but a Sozu, even though we do use our potions quite regularly now, a Sozu for that guaranteed energy is very nice. It's a nice thing to have. One thing I'm realizing is you can never undervalue. No wish, no wish. Let's go. Because then, Omniscience into a double wish. We didn't take wish in our deck. We took Blasphemy. How dare you? How dare you? Okay, well... I would like to go back, please. Bowling Bash is 2x30. Is that good enough? I don't think so. Like, are we better off just spending 4 energy for 10 block? Probably not. How about this? I don't think so. I think it is a Bowling Bash, unfortunately. I'm very, like, embarrassed with myself. On the other hand, we're only gonna take 11 damage, I think. That's like a colossally bad turn. That hurts me deep in my soul. On the bright side, I think you're about to eat it here. In fact, I know you're about to eat it here. Oh, but no, because we gotta... Okay, we can do it. No, that's still... It's too much. I thought you had 34 HP. Edmund. That's not Edmund's fault. He's not even involved in Slay the Spire. Okay. So I guess what I would say is, like, the most important thing for me right now is don't tunnel vision on the fact that you sucked really badly there and made a terrible play with your omniscience. That... It could happen to the best of them, is what I would like to tell myself, even though it's probably false. Wave of the Hand is interesting. Weakening these enemies is pretty solid, but if you'll allow me, I think we can do even better. We have 0 cost cards. We don't. So we'd love to see a lesson learned next turn. In order to make that happen in the best way possible, I think we just ice you out of this. I'm still hopeful, okay? What I was gonna say before the thing went completely off the rails, there's our lesson learned, which we really wanted, and we'll still play, is that we're really realizing, I would say, the value of having upgraded cards. Like, even though in my opinion at least, our deck is not particularly inspired, necessarily, we're realizing... This is just a stall turn, I think. We're realizing the power of your strikes doing 50% more damage, your defense doing, like, you know, 50% more defending. It turns out that's very good. Who would have thought, by the way, except for everybody? It's a tricky call. I think we empty mine, though. And the whole reasoning is you're going to die in one hit regardless. I'd rather not risk taking 36 damage to you because we can't exit stance. Now, I'm not going to say that that's exactly how this worked out, but I'm not going to say it. We take 7 damage instead. Still not great, but this is why we're happy to have a letter open, not letter opener, Regal Pillow, you know. Kind of similar to a letter opener in some ways, as I've always said. We're going to take 15 damage on this turn. There's really nothing I can do about it. It's unfortunate. But that's, again, Regal Pillow. That's what Regal Pillow's here for. I think we can live with the rushdown. Can't buy potions. I wish we could, but we can't. We'll take a Flurry of Blows. Let's take a Juzu Bracelet for survival purposes. I'm willing to lose 3 maximum HP to get that Parasite out of here. I don't think we really needed the Whetstone. I know that sounds like revisionist history, but most of our attacks have been upgraded already. The rest will probably get hit by Lesson Learned at some point. I do think more draw is helpful. Indignation is nice too, but I guess we could take both. But do we want to inflate our deck like that? I think another Empty Mind. Just so we don't get trapped, I guess. Here's Johnny. Okay, let's do it. I'm not fully confident in this. But I do think that we got the worst draw you could ever imagine here to start with, but who knows what's going to happen. Okay, so 21 damage. We got to start paying attention real soon. You gotta die. We need to draw. Let's start with the draw. This didn't go exactly as planned, but we can definitely still kill you. And we can kill you with a lesson learned, which upgraded itself. Okay. We're saving this smite. Things are a little spicy here. We have 5 turns of frailty. That's pretty poor. I wonder if I could kill you with a blasphemy. We need to do 91 damage. We would have 21. We need to do 70. We would need to do 34. I think we have you already. We could scroll first and probably maximize the odds. Then go, yeah. We definitely want to play our bites. It's of pivotal importance. Okay. So are you thinking what I'm thinking? This is a very important part of our plan here. That we almost appear to have something going on. An innate establishment, maybe? Like, am I insane to assume that we almost have a combo here that appears to be keeping us alive on the second floor? Let's not get too overconfident here. Well, we're not putting up 24 block. Well, you gotta see what you get out of this. We're not putting up 24 block. We're not getting beaten up too badly. Hey, this is why I took the bites, by the way. In the first place. I will probably start with a... Here's Johnny again. An eruption. Into... this is probably not the right way to do it then, huh? We will scrawl ourselves because we really don't want to get hit. It sucks to not play the bites, but it's advisable to put ourselves in a position where we're not going to get too much garbage added to our deck, I think. So a Spirit Shield doesn't quite do as much as I wanted it to, and we got to go a little faster. And we're not. Go ahead and give me 1 damage, 1 wound. We needed the Talk to the Hand, and I'm happy we got there. So we go Talk to the Hand. Flurry of blows. Oh, Talk to the Hand, Talk to the Hand. Talk to the Hand. We'll smite you. Battle him is interesting for sure. Wheel Kick is great. For sure. But I think we'd rather just get 2 extra attacks out here. And it doesn't quite get us where we wanted to go. It's very interesting. You could risk your whole run here. On a Blasphemy into a Wheel Kick, and then if we draw any attacks, because we won't have the energy for Sands of Time, we would kill you. But I'm willing to take the 1 damage and just hopefully execute that next turn instead. I don't know if it would have worked. It probably would have, but I'm also content that we did things the way we did. Let's just take the guaranteed kill. Warpaint. It's nice to get him upgraded, don't get me wrong. I think a Cut Through Fate to try to draw better, basically, is very good. I think we do want an innate establishment. This enemy is a disaster in all circumstances. I think... I'm going to settle for just drawing an empty body. Mostly because the block is just really good. And when I said mostly, I mean literally exclusively because the block is really good. I'm going to bite you, and I'm going to play my establishment. We need to figure out how that Wheel Kick, when drawn early, how it fits into the deck. But I'm not worried about this too much. The bite's important, obviously. This is some freedom for us next turn. I think we'll just play a Miracle... Having a Scrawl in the deck is just nice. And, you know, we healed for 8... No, we healed for 6? I don't know what we healed for there, but it's pretty good. We should have you on this turn. And I don't think we can afford to stall for Lesson Learned. I might be wrong about that. We do have you on this turn, though. Blasphemy into a Smite into a Judgment. I'm willing to just take that. Give me a Perseverance. It's a nice free block. Look, the odds of us going to a lot of shops for the rest of the game are pretty low, but I will take a... I'll take a credit card regardless. I don't mind cutting a basic defend. I can't believe our deck is so thick, but it's a good thing. I can't believe it's so thick because it's also so upgraded. We want to get a Stance Enabler. Scrawl is a great card to get. Sure. You know, normally I probably wouldn't... we should actually keep that. Normally I probably wouldn't be so stoked about that, but this is a different situation. So this is a Stance Enabler. Is it good enough, though? I don't have an answer to that question. Like a Blasphemy? No, there's no way. There's no way it gets us there. There's probably no way it gets us there. Blasphemy puts us on 4 energy. 52 damage to you. 36 damage to you. We'll have 1 energy left. God, I'm just so annoyed because we're so close. I think we'll play an established... We'll play it safe, okay? We're in a pretty good spot. As long as you don't mess with it too much, I feel like that's the important part. You got to be careful about what you play. I definitely think we want to do, like, Talk to the Hand. Flurry of Blows. On you. And we want to bite you. I don't know if I even want to play anything else. We have no dazes back here. Play me a Vigilance just so you die. Rush down, I'm not sweating, though. I think we got to, like, slow play this just a little bit here. Now, there's a play here. Eruption for 6. You're on 86. Flurry of Blows probably puts you on 80. Blasphemy puts you on 71 minus 30. Not good enough. Not even close, really. So we'll just go to 24 block, take our free HP, and then stall a little longer. Depending on the way this goes, and it's a big ask, honestly, we gotta play defense. You gotta be really careful on this one. I think we'll just leave it at that. Hopefully we'll be able to draw into some decent stuff next turn. Scrawl will help, for sure. I knew we were about to draw a bunch of dazes. Like, that's a given, just given where we were at in our draw pile. And again, we're kind of in a similar boat here. I don't think we can really afford to play the cards that we got. I'm not going to be debuffed for once. That's nice. Well, I'm going to be vulnerable, but I'm not going to be weak, which is nice. There's always, like a Blasphemy, right? You always feel like maybe that's going to do it for you, but I think we're going to play it mighty slow. Let's get that rush down out of there. We don't really care for it. We care for it in general. We don't care for it within the context of where we're at as we speak. You're doing 26 damage. This is the first time I think we're really running the risk of paying the piper. Well, you know what? This is 30 damage. And this will take us to 44. I think we have you. I hope we got you, because if we don't got you, this is a little dangerous. We can always empty mind for a little bit of extra gas. We definitely got you. I'm not fishing for lesson learned. It's just too much. Fasting is not the play. I think a Sands of Time could work. Especially with Establishment, like doubling the speed at which its price decays. Okay, so what do we need? Probably damage. Probably damage. Probably damage. It's just more playable, okay? So you're like the AoE enemy. Turn 1, we'd love to get a Talk to the Hand on you. If we can't, we can't. It's, you know, what can you do about it? Having played an establishment already, let's get a smite going. Let's hit ya. You absolutely must play a rushdown. Let's play a miracle and see how the mood strikes us. Another Carve Reality. It's a nice thing to have in the deck. I really still feel like you need to have the Talk to the Hand on you, but we don't need to do it on turn 1. I think, you know, I'm gonna blow you away here. I kind of no, because you're only doing 14 damage. That being said, we do have 0 block. Either way, I think you start with a smite and see where the exhaust takes you. It takes you into a Fear No Evil, which I think is okay. I think we can then Carve Reality and smite again to see what we get. Inner Peace. That's a lot of draw. A Stance Disabler. No Stance well, hold on. Isn't there a Stance Disabler? Wouldn't you say there is a Stance Disabler? Just use your brain, okay? We need... Eruption. 2 energy. Bowling Bash, you're dead. Bite, you're dead. You're not, you are dead. I can't do math. Okay, now next turn we want to exit a stance. It is possible. That's not luck, honestly. That's just like... That's the way this should have gone down. Look, I love that we're in a position where I'm looking at this Blasphemy, like maybe, but I don't think it's the right time yet. With 4 energy, I want to see if we can draw into Vigilance. My word. Drawing into Vigilance allows us to do this. Smack ya. Empty Body. Smack ya. Let's get a Perseverance out here. We don't care to draw those this turn. I think we'd rather decay the energy and move into the next turn. Okay, you're going for a heavy debuff, which means this will be a great turn for us to do some considerable damage to you in the Wrath stance, which we were lucky enough to get to. Let's go, because we have Rushdown. Let's just... 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Let's play... Let's play the Vigilance. I don't love it, but it makes space in hand. And then this turn's not super incredible for us, and I do worry about possible double damage. We have 3 Stance Disablers in 16 cards. I'm a little lazy to do the math on that one, but I feel like there's definitely a reasonable chance we don't draw one. So instead, let's just go Inner Peace. Let's not Empty Mind and, like, overdraw. I don't know if that's... Maybe I'm falling victim to some kind of bias, but... Show. With weakness, we're very unlikely to kill you. Do we like a swivel well enough? It does the same as a defend. We could play 2 defends for the same price. One thing's for sure, we know we're playing this. We know we're playing this. 18. I think we go just like this, okay? We take 1 damage, but we get a beautiful smite in our hand for the next turn, which also exhausts with Dead Branch into something potentially very useful. We can Flurry of Blows. There's no Wrath enabling, but an let's smite you quick just to get very interesting. Very interesting indeed. I'm even just... Well, this with Retain is worth holding. This seems like we could possibly kill you. 57 damage. 18... Okay, we're gonna wait a turn, thanks to Vault. A lot of our good cards are Retain anyway. Let's Empty Mind. I thought we were gonna overdraw. We got lucky and didn't. Give me a Talk to the Hand. As long as we can keep Vault around, who cares, right? We can play 1 more card before we have to worry about Vault anyway. And now, we can play Fear No Evil. Hit you again. Empty Body. Hit you again. We got 3 energy again. I'm still gonna play my Vault. You're doing 37 damage. We'll hit you. Blasphemy. It still doesn't get us there. There's some irony, like I think this turn is actually a lot worse. We take 13 damage, it's not that bad. They're taking the next turn off to summon some enemies. We're realizing pretty quickly that it would be super cool, if possible, for us to have some more Wrath enablers, but without a weakness on this turn, it's very likely a Blasphemy. By likely, I mean guaranteed, by the way. A Blasphemy into this, looking for Lesson Learned. Okay, we're not willing to go any deeper than that. Just give it to me here. Master Reality seems to work nicely with Dead Branch. And creating smites, but I feel like our Vault was a big enabler for us there. I also feel like we can get away without smithing. And there's the Timekeeper. We don't have too many 12-card turns. So I wouldn't say I'm out of control, confident, or anything like that. But I would say I don't feel too badly about our present circumstance. Yeah, I feel okay, for sure. Let's go with the Carve Reality, and then a Simmering Fury possibly puts us on lethal next turn. I know it seems early. But a Blast... We gotta look at it closely. A Blasphemy, energy is gonna be fine. You're gonna do 36, which means you're on 46. Then we will do 21, 21. We got to scroll first. So let's play this rush down, and then we'll scroll. Yeah, you're dead. Sands of Time is just really good. In that situation, at least. Okay. I don't think you need to... I get it, but I don't think it's that important. I think this deck has a good balance right now. Please take... Oh, man. I'm gonna say take my Lesson Learned. We have a lot of non-upgraded stuff, I'll admit, but you've done well for us. I believe it or not, I feel like the other cards are more important. I feel like Lesson Learned has done what it's gonna do. We're not even using it much of the time now anyway, just because things are a little bit more precious now. Let's fix our draw a little bit. I think we'd love to see an Eruption. We don't need to see an Empty Mind. If anything, we'd rather pull a different stance enabler here. It is what it is. Eruption. Halt for fun. There is a need to bite, I guess, but we'd rather get this free smite in hand next turn. Okay, we can X his stance. You'll love to see it. There's nothing to say except you love to see it. I'm not touching this, man. Blasphemy, I'm not touching this. It's too much. We know you're almost gonna die here. Let's bite you. Let's smite you. Very interesting. A Blasphemy, talk to the hand, empty fist, gets a kill. It didn't, and we just got insanely lucky. I would have become the Joker there for the rest of my life. That's just a good reminder to do the math. Let's thinking ahead, I think, is okay. We don't want to really take finesse against the Timekeeper, in my opinion. We have to be able to heal. The gold is kind of interesting. 2 normality. If you get stuck with the normality at the wrong time, it just ruins your game. So you got to be a little careful about it. But let's see what we get out of this. I'm not worried really about where we stand against this this boss. We should do just fine. Is there anything we can play that would like set us up really nicely? I guess like an Omniscience into a Talk to the Hand means we can basically just continue to attack you when you enter your covered stance. Which is really nice. We definitely want the free cards. Yeah, we should body you pretty hard here. I'm deliberately not saying a darn word about how I think this run is going right now, because I don't believe in the concept of a jinx necessarily. But all that being said, if possible, I would still prefer to avoid the specter of one, you know? And then, what do we want next turn? Honestly, like, we probably just say, give me a scrawl next turn. You're doing 16 damage, huh? I mean, there's something in my head that says, like, a blasphemy Sands of Time kills you, but obviously that's just false. What we can do, though, is erupt, flurry of blows, bite, and then vault, and our Sands of Time will be much cheaper next turn. Surely a blasphemy kills you here. I literally just got through being like, I know you should really do the math. Stone calendar. All right, all right. I mean, that's not something we should be super stoked about. That was, like, you know, a pretty easy situation. We've made a selection error here. We should have fought you. No, but then we would have had then yeah, okay. I'm absolving myself. That would have been hard as well. I mean, no matter what, you're probably in a... Things are going to be a bit tricky. It's a pretty good draw. I guess we're lucky not to be in the Wrath stance. Things are still very dangerous. This is nice, though. To be able to have a vault. Vigilance, thinking ahead, and protect. I think we really just want to draw the protect. That way it becomes cheaper next turn. You gotta go, which is very dangerous. Let's see what we get out of a miracle. Just lucky into a scrawl. Scrawl is a good card to draw. Conclude is fine. We would prefer, if possible... Yikes. To not take 34 damage. So there is that. So we probably play this and this. Let's get this out there. And a weave on this one is kind of sick. And then a conclude gets us there. I'm not thrilled about the way that went down, but I think we left ourselves in, you know, God's hands on that one. And it, you know, we were rebuked, unfortunately. But that's okay. So, do we have any exhaustibles? Not really. Oh, but we drew, which is beautiful. We should have played Rushdown first. Like, that's a rookie mistake. But we have kind of a classic kill here. Blasphemy into Sands of Time is just a gimme. As long as you don't accidentally play Conclude or something and end your turn. I'm content with a pen nib. I'll probably never use it properly, but I am content with it. Okay. So, was there a reason for that, or did I just do it because it felt nice? Good question. We're trying to get to, like, some kind of good block here. Whatever, we take 7. This is why you have bites, you know. I think, at least, to be able to get yourself out of something like that. Let's start with an empty mind. Gives me a flurry of blows back. Give me that. I mean, you might as well erupt, I suppose, in that case. Give you one of those. Then you come back with an inner piece. Give you one of those. Carve Reality sets us up nice for the next turn. We have a pen nib we'll probably stall on. Okay, okay. This is like a borderline elite, anyway. We'll hit you with our pen nib. Certainly, I like a bite. I like a bite. We'll hit you with a Fear No Evil. You're doing 14 damage. I'm okay taking 2 to make this protect, you know, perhaps more useful on a future turn. We got double vaults, huh? That's an interesting one. Let's draw a vault next turn. I don't know if that's gonna continue to work for us, but I mean, we're gonna draw it right now that I think about it, because we're probably gonna play our empty mind. Get a wheel kick out there. into our first vault. We gotta play some of our cards this time, like maybe the Sansa time. I think. 36 damage, huh? Sands of Time may never come back around. We'll just hit you one more time. Okay, okay. $80 damage this turn. Yet, I'm not sweating it. Can I tell you why? 140 damage? Okay, I'm kind of sweating it. But I know, as long as we whittle you, and you do appear to be whittled now, as long as we whittle you, you're dying to blasphemy on this turn. There's nothing you can do to stop us. Wait, no, that might not be true, because we used our Sands of Time. I still think this should roast you pretty good. We probably didn't have to use Pen Nib there, but that's okay. We're not dead. We're not dead. You're dead. I had a heart attack moment there, thinking I got the turns wrong. Vyra, you know, it is what it is. It's not great, but it's something. Extra strength for playing attacks seems more valuable to me than putting a power in hand, considering we already start with one of our powers in hand. So sure, I'm pretty pleased with that. I actually think a second Talk to the Hand could slap for us too. Let's not fight for a rare relic. I just, at this point, to have the chance to fight the final boss is worth, like, more than I could possibly accurately convey. We're gonna draw it anyway, so like it really doesn't matter what you put on top. So getting to enough block is a big part of this here. One of the ways you can do that is just by attacking this enemy who has Talk to the Hand. Killing them, sure, yeah. Establishment's important here. This is going much better than I ever could have expected that it would, honestly. Because we have some Talk to the Hand, or because we have some Flurry of Blows out there, or one Flurry of Blows, more accurately, we can definitely afford to play this out here. I think we smite you. I don't know why I was overthinking that one to such a high degree. We do have a Blasphemy. I mean, Blasphemy Wheel Kick is a kill. That's 108 damage. Oh, thanks to Pen Nib. Okay. Mental Fortress. I don't think we need it when we have two Talk to the Hands. I'm being very cautious here. Sure, that's a great relic. We got a chance, all right? I know that he's going to burn through the Talk to the Hands when he goes through his debuff stage, but it's okay. 18 damage. It's not that bad. Must be played. Important. See what you get. Conjure Blade. If we could play this later for a lot, I'd be stoked. For now, that's our turn. Are we really gonna leave you on nothing here? I'll hit you with the bowling bash. But keep in mind, we do want to get those shurikens to pop too. We took 5. That's okay because we have our bites. So 32 block is horrible, or 32 to have to put up 32 block is horrible. Let's smite you, see where we stand. It's a good card to have here. I'm gonna wheel kick you. We absolutely must play a Talk to the Hand. We're gonna get hit very hard. Give me... In this case, you're gonna laugh at me, but I think you just play your enablers. Give me a rush down so that we're safer in the future, and give me an empty body so we're not taking such a massive hit, but... And then the goal is to use our bites to get ourselves back here. So a talk to the hand is important. Every bite gives you 5 block. That's good. So we can get to 22. We'll have nothing left after that, so we'll take 8. Or you could play... It doesn't quite get you... You know what, though? Vigilance gets you to 20. No, I think you hit 2 times. We take 8, but we got like 8 there, so that's not so bad. Sands of Time is just chilling for us. We got some time here, okay? You don't have to rush it. Whatever you do, you know, I think you might vault early. Just because you need to make sure you have 30 block. Or enough block to get close to 30 at least. And I'm not... Ragnarok is actually incredible for us. Because for 3 energy, it gives us 15 block. And obviously, you know, the 40 damage is not anything to sneeze at. So I think you do probably start there. And we have 5 cards to play with. Actually, give us 25 block. Math is not my strong suit. Except for all those times that I claimed that it was. So we would like to play 3 more cards. We can definitely do that. Might as well just give me a Blasphemy next turn. We don't need it right now. The healing is very important. Very, very important. You're going to get 2 strength. I think in that case we do want the extra energy. Or the extra block, I should say. You might laugh at this right now. This is actually going pretty well. And this turn, we're going to follow... This is so important. When we lose the talk to the hand, I can't be held responsible for, like, where this run goes. But for now, this is pretty good. 35, and with a pen nib available. I mean, we got a... 62. Blasphemy. It gets you so close, man. Blasphemy takes you... if only we could just not die. I still think we play it. Then we try to do 176 damage to you this turn. On 4 cards, it's not happening. What we can do... as much as a bite seems important... I'm honestly looking at this, like, what if we had a 4-cost Conjure Blade added to Blasphemy next turn? We're also... Oh, Stone Calendar! Stone Calendar's gonna pop! We only get 3 cards, though. Blasphemy, what does it do? 52, so we need to take you to 120-something. Blasphemy, we get 2 cards. This would do 48 damage, and then our Smite would do... We're 6 strength up. Okay, just let me think about this, alright? This is of the utmost importance. Blasphemy, 2 cards. Carve Reality would do 48. Smite would do 12 plus 6 tripled. I think it would do another 48. Which is 96 plus 52. Is not quite enough. Is that right, though? Smite will do 12 plus 6 times 3. As much as this pains me, I don't think it gets us there. But a Conjure Blade is going to do 36. Tripled. No, 36 doubled, so 72. Then tripled. I'm realizing now. We literally have to draw that. Because we only have 2 cards. What are you doing? 36 damage? We didn't draw, but it's actually okay because we have 2 protects. This should be totally fine. As insane as this may look right now, we actually have a lot more to work with. Blasphemy. We're not on pen nib anymore. In fact, we're not even close. We got you. That feels good. After everything we've been through, to get to Ascension 19, that feels good. Okay, so we've actually done it. For now, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed the episode. If you did, click the like button. Helps out a great deal. Of course, subscribe if you want to see more in the future. But for now, thanks for watching. I'll see you next time. See ya!